What's up, beautiful people? It's Frankie here. We're going to be talking about client meetings. When you start having success in your agency and the meetings start coming in saying, hey, we need to talk to you. Can you email us? Can you come explain this report? And those textplanations. So let's get into that. So alright, you guys are hanging out with me on Cinco de Mayo, by the way, here in Mexico. Although it doesn't seem very festive today. We're on another fish taco bender. They're pretty excellent here, so I gotta go get a few. Actually normally vegetarian, but the fish tacos here are just a little too good. Turned me to the dark side a little bit. And so we had a couple of people experience this just recently in our mastermind. And if you've been experiencing this, you start signing up a bunch of clients, but then those clients say, hey, can you call me? Can you email me? Can you explain this? And it creates a lot of pressure in the situation, because if clients asked you, am I more interested in talking to you and having meetings with you or getting the results, they would almost always say the results. And yet when they demand all these meetings from you, you can spend all your time in meetings such that you don't actually have any time to do the delivery. So it kind of creates a little shitty thing for you. So there's an awesome book out there called Upstream, and it says that any recurring symptom or problem that you have in your life is actually occurring upstream, not at the point at which you experience it. So they use the analogy in the story. There's two little girls, or there's I'm butchering the story here. There's two guys hanging out on a river when a little girl comes rushing by the river and says, hey, help me, I'm drowning. So they rescue her. About 2 minutes later, another little girl comes floating down the river, and the little girl says, help me, I'm drowning, rescue me. Every 2 minutes, another girl comes down there. When finally one of the guys gets up and leaves, the guy says, where are you going? And he says, well, I'm gonna go figure out who or what is throwing these little girls in the river. And in the metaphor here, the way most people run their agencies is to deal with meetings on the surface level of trying to rescue the little girl. Maybe I'll put a VA to go for these awful meetings. And what you'll find when you do that, at least in my experience, is they'll ask a question that the VA can't answer, and then the VA will say they want you to call them, and you still get the meeting nonetheless. So there's a deeper underlying thing that's happening here, and it is something I call the Reassurance Meeting, which means our clients have been burned before. They don't necessarily trust agencies. They don't trust you, by the way. Nothing against you. They've just heard people like you give similar promises and speeches, and they turned out often not very well. So, how do you get over that? And I'll tell you, it's a very, very simple thing in understanding. It takes a good deal of energy to practice, but it comes down to this. Who requests the meeting? Because if the client is requesting that you have a meeting or email them, if you're reacting to what's coming up from them and they're the ones demanding this information, then what's going to happen is all those meetings are going to be at their time. If they want to call you at 10 at night, then you got to take that meeting at 10 at night. Or if that meeting goes 90 minutes because they want to talk to you for 90 minutes, it's going to go 90 minutes. And all these kind of things. And if they want to have meetings about the last meetings, you got to react to all those things. If you start to become proactive and think about what kind of difference or how you can almost over communicate to get through this, what you'll find is over communication, or just keeping them informed before they even ask, letting them know that you're doing stuff even when it doesn't seem like you're doing stuff and things are happening behind the scenes. Magic little thing happens when you play offense instead of defense, which is those meetings, the little girls floating down the river, just stop being there at the end. So, look at this dude right here, just saluting away, coming down to the boardwalk. I see some colorful hair and some tattoos. So I hope that's helpful to you guys that are getting drowned in the meetings and the client requests. I found, you can actually spend 40 hours a week just in meetings. And then you have 10 more hours of like email and text. And then you're still responsible for all the deliveries. So the more you can deal with this upstream by proactively communicating, you can just send little 1 minute, 2 minute updates that let clients know what's going on and have them be really happy about it and pay you for a long time. So I hope that makes a lot of sense. One of the things we kind of went over in more detail in one of our masterminds this morning. I thought it would benefit you guys because I love you guys. So that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already there. And may the force be with you.